Hello everyone. Today we will lead you into a battle against the most devastating invasive species in the world, causing damage not only to ecosystems but also to crops. This story is about a farmer's struggle against an invasive species that seems harmless but is actually very dangerous: wild boars. Join us as we explore this journey. Last fall, we witnessed the invasion of wild boars in a cornfield in Texas. What was particularly notable was their tremendous destructive power and how they created unprecedented chaos. Their noses can smell food and bountiful fields. They entered the fields with their offspring to eat the foods that farmers had prepared to harvest. At this time, we will explore the importance of corn for wild boars. For wild boars, corn is an indispensable part of their daily menu, especially in cornfields. Corn provides the best nutrients and energy for wild boars. Cornfields are where they choose to hide and find their food. They come and destroy the cornfields from within, instead of from the outside. They attack with high precision. Wild pigs in the United States have torn through many cornfields and exerted pressure on surrounding residential areas. When driving through a cornfield, you might encounter a herd of wild pigs running wild, causing destruction and trampling on farmers' property. To prevent wild boars from destroying cornfields at night, farmers organize hunts right in their own fields as night falls. To do this, they must have many years of hunting experience and very accurate vision, because you can't quickly escape from a scary animal like them. They are highly active at night, move in herds, and each herd consists of about 10 to 20 wild boars. They attack and consume anything they encounter, including the carcasses of other animals. They infiltrate cities, rummage through garbage bins, and pollute the environment. They roam freely on roads, causing fear among people and hindering traffic flow. The battle against wild boars is ongoing, and we need to find solutions to protect cornfields and ecosystems. You now have a clearer understanding of the threat and the efforts of American farmers to safeguard cornfields from wild boar invasions. Let's continue to another area where the natural landscape is being encroached upon. In addition to the negative impacts caused by 287 million feral rabbits in Australia in recent years, Australia's natural and agricultural landscapes have also been dramatically altered by the influence of other invasive species, including wild goats, wild boars, wild camels, and the European red fox. Similar to how invasive species are controlled in the United States, the Australian government allows people to hunt certain invasive species in large numbers. Additionally, economically valuable invasive species are collected and sold by farmers to offset lost production costs. In the 17th century, goats were brought as pets and food, but after many years, the goats escaped or were released into the wild, establishing feral goat populations. Today, there are about 2.3 million feral goats living in Australia, mainly distributed in semi-arid or mountainous areas such as Western New South Wales, South Australia, Western Australia, and Queensland. Like white-tailed deer in the United States, wild goats in Australia can also appear quite cute. However, the population of over 2 million feral goats causes significant damage to Australia's agriculture and environment. In regions like Western Australia, wild goat herds contribute significantly to environmental degradation due to competition for water, food, and shelter with native wildlife and livestock. Currently, commercial harvesting of wild goats is valued at around $29 million, and many Australian herders consider capturing and selling wild goats an essential part of their business. This practice helps them mitigate the economic losses caused by feral goats. Australia often employs horses and helicopters to gather hundreds of wild goats before selling them to goat meat processing facilities. In addition to wild goats, feral camels also pose a significant problem for Australia's natural landscape and agriculture. In the 1840s, the first camels were brought to Australia by the British to assist in exploring the remote and inhospitable regions of the continent. At that time, they were not considered problematic. However, with the advent of motorized transportation in the 1920s, camel travel was gradually phased out, leading to camels being released into the wild. It is estimated that in the early 2000s, the population of wild camels in Australia peaked at around 3.1 million. However, when control methods such as hunting, trapping, and other methods were applied, the numbers of these animals decreased by more than half. Feral camels pose particular problems for people living in areas where they are most common. They can also deplete small reservoirs of water in arid areas. Additionally, wild camels become aggressive towards sheep and cattle, sometimes refusing to let them feed or drink. The estimated economic damage caused by wild camels in Australia is around $17 million per year, although this reported number is likely much lower. When hunting wild camels across mainland Australia, currently the most popular method is aerial hunting by helicopter. They gather wild camels together and then slaughter them. Most state governments and the national government allow people to hunt wild camels in unlimited numbers. So, now you know more about this wild animal, right? If you like this video, please check out our next video. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.